With over 20 years of experience as the founder of boldheart.com, this next guest has been a mentor to tens of thousands of women business owners. Her company has repeatedly been recognized by the media. Please welcome powerful catalyst Fabienne Fredrickson. Welcome to the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I'm your host, Anna Patricia Bourgeois, certified business coach. I am here to help you up-level, generate consistent wealth, increase your confidence, attract dream clients, and master your mindset so that you can fully own your power and achieve next-level results in your online business and beyond. Every week, a powerful conversation will take place with amazing guests, or I'll share from my experience to help inspire you to start and scale the business of your dreams while being powerfully you. The time has come to stop playing small, stop hiding, and stop waiting. Now is the perfect time for you to passionately pursue your heart's desire as the powerful leader you were born to be. Are you ready? Let's do this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Powerful Female Leaders Podcast. I am here today with Fabienne. Hi.
Hi. Happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you so much for coming on the show. I'm so excited that we're finally doing this.
Yeah, me too.
Awesome. So take us home and share with us who you are, what you do, and why you're so passionate about what you do.
I and have been a business coach for 21 years to tens of thousands of women business owners. So it started in 1999. Little me on the phone coaching women to get their first clients. And I'm the founder of boldheart.com. And 21 years later, I teach women how to go to 10K a month consistently in their business revenues. And once they're at 10K a month, which is six figures, I show them how to get to 20K, 50K, and eventually 100K a month, a million in their business. But the thing that sets me up differently is I show them how to do it from a feminine perspective. This is not about being a guy and, doing bro marketing, bro networking, bro sales, bro masterminding. No disrespect to my fellow masculine colleagues. What I have learned is that women don't just want to do things. They don't want to do all the time. They also want to be at multiple six figures or seven figures, but with 14 to 16 weeks of unplugged vacations a year. And I show them how to do that by using a mixture of feminine energy and masculine energy too. Everything that works in nature works with both. And these, if you go to boldheart.com and you look at the success stories, what you'll see repeatedly is that women are so happy to be able to create these big numbers in their revenue. But for them, it's really about the big impact and the super high quality of life. And they got to do their business their way. And that's what I've been leading the charge on for these 20 years.
Wow, that is amazing. And I'm so like excited to hear that, because I feel like being able to change women's life, like it truly matters, and our work matters. And I'm so glad that to hear that you've been having success. And I'm so happy that you're here on this show today. And so I'm curious to know, like, what's like the biggest thing that actually allowed you to do what you do today?
I think it's a combination of many different things. The first thing for me, when I started a client attraction system for myself 20 years ago, I was learning how to do, all the things that were supposedly going to work for me, but they weren't working. And I had come from an advertising, marketing, and sales background. And I'm like, why can't I even make 3K a month? And what I realized is when marketing doesn't feel right, when selling feels slick and sleazy, when visibility is about taking rather than giving, you don't want to do it as a female business owner. And so what I've learned is to lean into what what are my feminine values, and how can I be powerful and feminine? How can I be powerful and emotive? And I say emotive and not emotional, for a reason. I am somebody who has a strong personality. Many of us entrepreneurs, have to um, feel confident to be able to move forward in our impact. But I'm also have allowed myself along the way to be unapologetically who I am. And so I wear my heart on my sleeve. I am emotive sometimes. People say, "Oh, you're so vulnerable," in a negative way, but that's actually what's made me very successful in my
Mm.
career. I've been at multiple seven figures for 14 years now, every
Mhm.
year with three kids. And it's because I'm able to tap into my feminine intuition. I'm able to bring love and authenticity and integrity into my work and
Mm.
really listen to what women need to succeed. And in my experience alone, working with tens of thousands of women, it is not the same as what a typically masculine business owner needs. And so putting this into the world, for myself and then for my clients, my members, has made all the difference.
Wow, that's amazing. So how do we begin to actually tap into our feminine energy?
Well, I think I know it starts with understanding what
Yeah.
looks like, what is masculine energy and what is feminine energy. And I want you to think about not male and female, because there are some very
Yeah.
masculine women and very more creative feminine men. So it's really about the energy. And if you equate
Mhm.
it to yin and yang, or yin and yang, however you choose to say it, you'll notice that there is a difference. And if you look at nature, if the masculine energy is a bright energy, it's an energy of doing. It's a solo energy. It's a action oriented energy. It is more about competition. If you look at feminine energy, it's more about being and intuition and collaboration and attraction rather than pushing. And what I've
Mm.
learned is if you were to really study nature, but just with the naked eye without needing a microscope, you would realize that everything that works is a combination of yin and yang, feminine
Mhm.
and masculine energy. And so we could not have these beautiful trees and flowers and vegetables if it was only sunshine 24/7. In the same
Mm.
way, we couldn't have the same vegetables and flowers, etc., if it were always nighttime. So you need the light and the dark. Same thing with water. If we wouldn't have the vegetables and the trees if it was a constant rain outside versus a constant drought. So when you and many other permutations of that. So when you apply this to business, you as a woman in business will win if you give as much time to your feminine energy of being and intuiting and attracting
Mm.
as you do in doing and thinking and uh, pushing or acting. And so,
Mm.
one of the things I talk about in the Bold Heart Business Program is about making time in each and every day for the masculine energy of marketing and selling, but doing it the feminine way, okay?
Yeah.
But also and acting and implementation and mindset principles and mental strength, but at the same time honoring that we need rest and we need time to feel, not just think, and time to collaborate with other women, and we need time to be. But otherwise, this is why you see a lot of women who are self-employed, women in corporate as well, but women who are self-employed have continually come to me throughout my career and said, I'll say, "So how's business?" And the woman will say, "Well, I'm at 125K a year, but I'm about to throw in the towel.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say to them, you realize that you are in the top 5% of women
Yeah.
business owners in the world, and you're about to give up. She's like, I work evenings and weekends. I never take an unplugged vacation without my laptop. I am not paying myself as much as I should be. I
Mm-hmm.
feel drained of energy. Is this all really worth it? And I'm not sure it is. Perhaps it's better to work for someone else. And
Mm-hmm.
this is why I wrote the book, The Leveraged Business, to help that kind of woman see that if she's operating in this way, she's
Mm.
only operating in her masculine energy. She needs to rest. She needs to listen to her intuition, and she needs to leverage. And what I mean, this is why it's called the book is called The Leveraged Business, and my program is called The Leveraged Business Program, is it's a way of understanding that you don't need to work as much. You need to do less, but better.
Mm.
So
Yeah.
what that means is, and I'll share with you the 8 leverage activators. And if anybody wants to get the book, it's available for free on my website, boldheart.com. In the book, I talk about leveraging a team,
Mm.
leveraging systems, leveraging your time. And I don't mean boring time management. I'm talking about doing 20% of the things that you're doing now, but focusing on the things that produce 80% of the results. That's chapter 3 in
Mm-hmm.
the book. And also about leveraging a business model that helps you go from one to many as opposed to one to one.
Mm.
In the beginning, when I was making let's say 50K a year, and that's great. Listen, 50K is great, but it's harder to make 50K a year than it is to make 50K a month.
Mm.
And the reason for that is when you apply what's in chapter 4 of the book, leverage your business model, you realize that you can use your intellectual property, you can use the process by which you get results for your clients now in a one to many capacity, whether it's you working with a group or having associates or having a SaaS or, all there's countless permutations of how you can do your work in the world in a bigger way with more impact and also paying yourself more without working more.
Mm.
All of those, including the rest of the 4 chapters and the leverage activators in the book, are what will get you to eventually 20K a month, 50K a month, and
Mm-hmm.
100K a month working less, which allows you to stop working on evenings and weekends. And I don't know if you have kids, Anna, but I have 3. And in the beginning, I used to say, one more email,
Mm.
and mommy will be right there. And it is insidious how many of us women business owners have said that. We put the kid in the tub, not a lot of water, right? But we put the kid in the tub and we say, okay, we sit on the closed toilet lid and with our laptop trying to finish off those last 10 emails, even though it's 8 o'clock at night and we really should be done. When you understand the concept of leverage, and this is what we
Mm.
teach in our program, and you start to apply it, it guarantees that you get to either 10K a month and eventually to 50 or 100K a month, but you don't work on evenings and weekends anymore because you've leveraged every aspect of your business and you
Mm-hmm.
can take a month off. I just took 2 weeks in Provence, just came back 2 days ago.
Mm-hmm.
And you can take all that time off because your team and your systems and your business model are set up to not require you in the day-to-day operations of your business. And
Mm-hmm.
it creates finally a life that you love while you make more and create a bigger impact in the world. And I believe that's what most women want when they're
Mm-hmm.
ambitious women who have a big heart and want to help a lot of people.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, this was amazing. So, I'm curious to know, like, why do you think women like overwork like this? Do you feel like it's like the pressure that we put on ourselves? Like, what are the factors that makes us like work so hard and so much?
Well, I think it's a few different things. The
Yeah.
first is that we are raised to be people pleasers. I'm going
Yeah.
there. We are raised to put the needs of others first before our very own. We are
Yeah.
raised socially, I'm not saying each individual woman, but socially raised that a nice girl doesn't say no. A nice
Mm.
girl doesn't put boundaries. We are also raised to believe that all things masculine are more important.
Mm.
For
Yeah.
thousands of years, the masculine energy of doing has been rewarded, where the feminine energy of being has been seen as lazy. And so
Mm.
to feel like we can be successful, in fact, if you go, I made an entire 9-minute documentary about this that is very powerful. It's on my website, and I'll give you the link. And I'm curious to hear what your listeners have to
Mm-hmm.
say, talking about how we women who want to create big success have felt that the only way we could do it is to put on a mask, a masculine mask, and act like a man, whether we're in corporate or we are in our own business. And
Mm.
yet it doesn't feel right. If you want to watch the documentary, it's only 9 minutes, but most people, most women tear up because it's so blatantly true for many of them.
Mm.
You can go to boldheart.com to watch it, boldheart.com/programs, plural programs. And I'd love to hear what, if you do watch it, what you think. But this is the antidote to
Mm-hmm.
putting on the masculine mask, where you can be feminine, you can be emotive, you can be loving and kind, and
Yeah.
giving. And when you lean into that, the right types of people, legions of people who are not
Yeah.
attracted in the other form of marketing and doing business, become attracted to you.
Wow. Yeah, I'll definitely check that out. That it seems so interesting and I'm so curious. So I'm gonna go and check it out. So I ask this to everyone who comes on the show, and I'm very curious to know your take on this. What does being a powerful leader mean to you?
I believe it's along the lines of knowing who you are
Mm-hmm.
and what your values are, and not borrowing society's values of what a powerful, air quotes, powerful leader is supposed to be. And for me, it's about allowing yourself to put your ear to your heart and
Mm-hmm.
to listen hard. What are you passionate about? What are your values? What who do you want to be in the world, and then boldly going after it, and being the Pied Piper to your team, to your clients, to your family. A powerful leader is someone who knows her heart and goes after what she wants unapologetically. So it's again that combination of, which is why my company is called Bold Heart, is the
Mm-hmm.
heart piece, but then boldly going after what it is that you want.
I love that. That's so good. Thank you so much for sharing all of this.
Mm.
Do you have, any last piece of wisdom you'd like to share with our audience today?
I believe that focus, and we live in a highly distracted world. Focus is a currency that changes everything for us. And a strong focus now creates a different future later.
Mm-hmm.
And so, how do you focus in a distractible world? Well, give yourself some time outside of the office to get clear on what is your big vision for your work, for your life, for your relationship, for the woman you want to be. What is your vision?
Mm-hmm.
Focus, give yourself some focus on that, and then reverse engineer this vision
Mm.
and go for it.
Yes. Go for it. You got this. Thank you so much, Fabienne, for all your amazing knowledge, for sharing it with us, for being so open. Where can people go to connect with you further online? I know there's your website. Is there anywhere else we can go to connect?
You can find me on LinkedIn, Fabienne Fred. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. It's either Fabienne or Fabienne F. Fabienne Fred, you'll find me. But please do, if you've listened to this, you've seen the documentary, if you've gotten the book, do drop me a comment on any of the social media. I'd love to interact.
Yes, go do that. You're amazing. Thank you so much again for your time today.
Thank you, Anna.
Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Powerful Female Leaders podcast. If you love this episode, make sure to spread the message, leave a review, and subscribe. I would forever be grateful for you. I also want to hear from you, and I want to know your feedback and your questions for future episodes. So don't be shy, say hi, and send me a message at Powerful Female Leaders Podcast on Instagram. Until then, I'll see you on the next episode.